Okay, so I got my Eastern Beaver voltage regulator. Went ahead and got the skid plate off. There's the stock one. I'm gonna start it up and see what kind of voltage I'm getting. Right now, flipping the key on. It's about 13 volts. Okay, I'm gonna plug in my screen right here. It's hard to do one-handed, so I'm gonna set the phone down. Hopefully it's still recording it where you guys can see. I'm gonna plug this in. Now, ought to be turning my screen on. Drop me to 12.9. Let's start it. Wave on, my heated grip, and high beam. I'm at 13.8 during a cold idle. So now I'm going to turn the mic off. I'm going to unplug this for now. Well, I gotta set it down again. Okay, I'm gonna change it out. Be back in a sec. Okay, I'm back. Let me try to get all this off here. Figure out where this is. I know I ain't the best video taker or none of that stuff. And my wrist definitely ain't the best. I don't make the best videos for sure, but I try. I do what I can. Now this thing, they're telling me, the adapter plate for this other thing has two get this unplugged and off. God, my wrist. Guys, I'm sorry about this video. Okay, it's off. I'm gonna pause the video again until well, I can leave it there, I guess, but according to Eastern Beaver, this adapter plate has two different mounting positions to where I can hug it closer this way or closer this way, which I think it's going to be way too close to this, so I'm going to use the outer 2 bolts. Let me go get my electrical grease. I should have had that prepared, but I'm a dumb hillbilly. I know I had tubes of electrical grease out here just the other day. Now you have to bear with me a little bit longer because now I can't find the dang electrical grease. Alright. This is irritating. Found it. Hopefully it still works. It's been down here. Looks like a damn aerosol, but anywho, I'm back. So, let's hope this still works. There's a little on here. So I'm going to put a light coat on them. On these. I don't know about the rest of you, but I always try to put a little bit around this rubber. Just kind of always have. Just for shits and giggles. Alright, so in the bag, I have mounting hardware. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they send you some mounting hardware. And the way it looked to me, there were supposed to be 2 spacers, and there is not. He told me that there would be 2 spacers, and I do not see spacers in this box. Maybe they're in with the regulator itself. And there is not. So I got to mount this plate using these holes right there. And there's not 2 little adapters or spacers that is supposed to be in the kit. So, yay. Lucky for me, I'm a dumb hillbilly. Don't throw nothing away. I'll probably have something up here. Something I can use. This really irritates me that there's not in there what I need it in there, like he said. But what do you do? You improvise. What you do? So, over here in my extra part stuff, I should have 2 somewhere. At least. There's it. So I found two little spacers, as long as it fits in there. Oh yeah, they ain't real tall. Apparently it's supposed to work, so we'll see. I'm going to insert the two screws that holds that on. I'm going to put a little blue thread locker on my screws. Of course, it's just going in the brass, so shouldn't be that big of a deal. I know you probably can't see what I'm doing now, but I'm just applying blue thread locker. Not a lot, just enough to possibly make her stick. Now, these are held on with a Phillips, and then I've got my two little spacers that they were supposed to supply, but they didn't. So I am going to try to put on as I go. Put on my two screws here. These are Phillips, where the other ones were Torx that I took out. Let me get these on. I don't think they need to be that thick. I'm probably going to take this back off and put some washers on. I'm just trying to do this for a video right now for you guys. So basically, that's the mounting bracket that they sent. And apparently the screws are a little long, so we're just going to roll with it for now. I'll redo this just because I do not like how this is turning out. They didn't supply me with everything I needed. So then you install the actual voltage regulator. And these ends are different, so you gotta use their adapter, right? You have to, you ain't got a choice. So let me put the bottom one in first. I can get to it a little bit easier. My old arthritis hands ain't what they used to be, fellas. Let me get that one kind of on there. Get my other one in. Now, of course, I don't know how this is going to end up. I'm doing all this in real time just to actually show the best I can of what's really involved in this. Now, that does look like a 10 millimeter or 7/16. Let's find out. 10 millimeter. This is just going to hold it for now because I still think I need shorter bolts than what they provided, or a little longer spacer, but I'm definitely, if you look, it's definitely spaced out enough to where if I did take them little spacers I put in out, them bolts they supply me would definitely be even longer than they need to be. And I can't switch the bolts because, as you could tell, the plates were beveled for them screws to countersink in there. These are not. These are just regular pan so I had to use the shorter ones. So I believe if they would switch, like give you shorter beveled bolts and then longer pan bolts, because I haven't even put the lock washers on yet to actually hold the nuts. So I'll have to redo that, and I do have shorter bolts that I can put in for this also. But for the sake of the video, I want to keep rolling here just to see if there is a voltage increase or difference. So now I'm going to hook up the wiring adapter things that they sent. Got actually 2 different ones here. They can't really be mixed up, I don't guess. No, they can't. Okay, so you can't really go wrong here. You know what I mean? One of them is a 2-blade. It's got to go where it fits, and of course that's right there. And then it's a 2-blade with the little thing. So the gray would have went here, so it has to go here. Guys, I'm sorry, my arthritis is killing me. It is killing me. If I can get this to work out for me. All right, now this one is a 3. It's got to go here. I can't push it, man. My arthritis is killing me. Did it go on? I guess it's on. Okay. So then this one has to go here. Snap. I didn't hear this one snap. There it went. Okay. So now let's plug back in my screen. Get my big ass back up off the floor. I know that's crude right now, and there probably isn't enough room for me to move to these other holes right here. I would have to move that over too far. We would end up hitting that, so that can't. Gotta use them holes. They told me I might be able to use the other ones to hug it closer to the right, but that's not the case. So now, powering up the bike. We're showing the 13 still. We start it up. believe that son of a gun's getting ready to go to 14.4. And I have never, since I've had this, seen more than 14.2 ever. I'll be damned. So I'm going to turn the lights back on. Staying at 14.4. Turn the hazards back on. Staying at 14.4. I'm going to plug my screen back in. Give me a second, guys. I got my screen back on. And it's still 14.4. The Eastern Beaver regulator ain't no joke, guys. It's actually, if it's giving me that on the screen, let me find my little thing. I bet you it's better than that at the actual. I remember getting 14.3 down here before at my UPS port. Hang on one second, sorry about the video. Almost 14.6. Now that's what my flash was on, my heat is on. I think I got the heated on. I might not have. Let me look. Yeah. Now with the heated on, with everything I got on, it is at 14.3 on the screen. And 14.4 at the actual battery. Now I'm going to turn everything back off. High beam off. Heated grips off. Hazards off. That son of a gun going to 14.5. 14.5 now. Oh, it's drying. 14.5 almost on the screen. There it is, holding steady now, 14.5 on the screen. Well, she's trying to hold 14.5. Now, of course, I've got the anti-gravity battery in here, but I have never seen 14.5 on my screen. I ain't seen over 14.2 since I've had this pump. And down here, she's at 14.6 now at the battery. The Eastern Beaver regulator is no joke, fellas. That's all for now.